success look wasters. Clean lines, free time, no interruption. No late night calls, no complicated obligations. Just moving. But every meaningful thing I ever touched showed up carrying its own gravity. A set of keys became a building to maintain. The promotion became 10 more people. Watching how I handle pressure. The relationship turned into shared calendars, shared work, shared futures. Funny how the prize and the responsibility always seem packaged together. Like nobody ever bought the lighthouse without agreeing to keep the lamp lit. Meanwhile, across the city, delivery routes still get completed. Storefront gates still get unlocked. People still rely on people. Most of civilization running on promises that never made the news. The wait was part of the value, part of the bargain, part of the beauty, part of the reason it lasted. Everybody want the fruit. Few talk about fruit in the orchard. The wait was part of the value. Never separate, never accidental. Built into the structure from the start. Some responsibilities are out dramatic, most don't. Most look like repetition. Answering the same number, showing up to the same address. Solving familiar problems with unfamiliar variables again and again and again. That's what stewardship hides, not in speech, not in ceremonies and maintenance and consistency. And 1,000 invisible decisions that keep things from falling apart. People celebrate construction, really preservation. Yet preservation got its own architecture. Somebody keeping records organized, somebody training the next shit. Somebody catching mistakes before they spread. No statues for that, still important. A lot of folks search for purpose without noticing purpose. Often arrive disguised as responsibility. Carry it well, hand it forward. Leave fewer cracks than you inherited. That's enough. Weight was part of the value, part of the trust, part of the exchange, part of the inheritance. Nothing fragile survived by accident. Somebody always stays late. Somebody always pays attention. Wait, but wait, part of the value. Not proof that something was wrong, proof that something mattered. Loading docks humming through the evening. Office lights blinking out one floor at a time. Another hand taking over the ship. Another day added to the legend. The work continues. Everybody wanna talk about breakthrough. Front page moments, big swings, new visions. You can cut a photograph, the interview after the victory makes sense. Those stories got motion, but somewhere between the headlines and the next headline, somebody gotta keep the machine from rattling off the boats. A lot of people dream about building something, few daydream about maintaining. Yet every neighborhood got evidence that preservation requires its own imagination. The bookstore's still open, the park's still clean, the program's still funded. The tradition still breathing, none of that happened automatically. Somebody noticed the loose wire before it became darkness. Somebody repaired the hinge before it became a replacement. Civilizations don't disappear all at once, they break. And somebody decides whether to mend them or to part. Work needed someone to, not just creators, not just visionaries, not just pioneers breaking through. The work needed someone to. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the details, keeping the signal clear for the people coming out. There's a strange kind of dignity. There's a strange kind of dignity in preventing problems nobody notices. Acquired excellence without applause attached to culture, love, transformation. Before and after pictures, meteoric rises, the dramatic reveal. The stability got stories too, 1,000 ordinary decisions stacked carefully like bricks without demanding recognition. That's stewardship. Knowing that replacement ain't always improvement. Knowing that endurance got value in a disposable age. The temptation is always novelty. The challenge is knowing what deserves protection. A city changes every season, still needs a few constants, or nobody remembers where they are. Where they are. Where they are. Where they are. Repair it. Reinforce it. Respect it. Pass it on. Some structures survive because somebody stayed attentive. Art, the work needed someone to, not because because progress stopped, because progress needed a foundation. Of art, the work needed someone to. Every generation inheriting a framework. Every generation deciding what remains standing. Traffic signals blinking across the boulevard. Windows lit above the evening rush. Another day folded into the rain. Nothing spectacular happened. Which meant a lot of people did their jobs well.
Nope.
Yeah. People talk about the future like a destination, a distant station, a grand occasion. Some ribbon cutting ceremony waiting beyond the horizon. Most of tomorrow got assembled in fluorescent light under budget constraints and side conversations. Nobody remembers later. A missed inspection becomes a headline. 5 years afterward, a careful decision prevents one and never gets mentioned. That's the paradox. Consequences keep compounding, whether religion follows them or not. A signature at the bottom of a page. A habit repeated every morning. A shortcut taken once, then justified twice. The future don't always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it ends through a side door, wearing work boots, carrying a clipboard, and nobody notices till years pass. Tomorrow was hiding in the routine. Inside the checklist, inside the follow throughs, inside the things people almost skip. Tomorrow was hiding in the routine. 1,000 small decisions collecting interest long before anybody called it
Fuck this
history.
build, I want a long sword. I want my
The
long sword
strange thing
back.
about stewardship is how ordinary it feels while it's happening. No soundtrack, no spotlight, no certainty you're doing enough. Just repetition with consequences attached. The person teaches a skill correctly. Now 10 more people know it. A worker documents a process clearly. Now confusion loses ground. The community keeps a public space alive. Now strangers inherit a little dignity. That's how continuity operates. Not through speeches, through standards, not through promises, through practice. Everybody imagines the future. You notice how often they're manufacturing it between lunch breaks and shift changes without announcing the production schedule. One choice, then another, then another, and yeah, patterns become structures, structures become environment. Tomorrow was hiding in the routine, beneath repetition, beneath discipline, beneath attention to detail. Tomorrow was hiding in the routine, not praying for heroes, not depending on miracles, just asking whether somebody cared enough to do the next thing well. To do the next thing well. Warehouse doors rolling shut at dusk. Traffic drifting beneath elevated tracks. Receipts filed, tools returned, schedules updated. Another fragment of the future already under construction.